Blue. Well, looked like when Burgundy came out with that formation, Blue was not ready for it, and the Blue coach just called a timeout.
That's just real bad because you got an ear hole that big, so it's like whistling. Hey.
Very windy out here. What are some challenges about with playing with wind out here?
Don't bring it. So some challenges here with playing in the wind. I mean, it makes it a lot harder to hear. It's also very distracting because when that wind hits your ear hole, it can whistle at times. So it gets very distracting. Honestly, as far as passing, I mean, here at football camp, nobody's doing, 50, 60-yard passes where the wind's going to affect it. So as far as passing, it's not that bad. The biggest thing is it just really affects your hearing, which can affect a lot of different things. Your teammates are trying to do call-outs throughout the game here, trying to let you know where they're going. I know when I played lineman, if I saw that which side the ball was going to, I was calling it out. But if it's windy, it's hard to hear because, it's already hard enough to hear, especially when you play lineman. You're popping pads all the time. So all you're hearing is your helmets hitting each other, your shoulder pads hitting each other. So if you're shouting it out, it's already hard enough to hear, let alone if it's windy too.
Blanton back under center. To give to Jimenez. Jimenez is going to run to the outside. Lots of speed. Stiff arms a man. He's going to turn the corner, but great tackle by Spencer on the play. I thought Jimenez had it for sure. And this is going to be a turnover on downs here. Unbelievable play by Spencer.
I'm going to blue.
Good job on that. Thought for sure Jimenez had it. Looked like he got the stiff arm, but good tenacity by Blue. And it's going to be a first down for Blue. Late in the second. Wyatt's going to take it. The handoff to Goodry. Goodry's going to cut it inside.
Wow. Wrapped up hard by Jimenez. Jimenez brothers, they play football. So some of these guys here, they never really played football outside of football camp. These boys know what they're doing. I was talking to Coach Michael Jimenez the other day because I used to play against him here at football camp. Saying he was honestly, he's not a big guy, but he hits hard. They know how to hit hard. I remember playing against him, and specifically on a kickoff, he's running at me, I'm running at him full speed. We hit each other in the middle of the field, and we both just kind of stand up and look at each other, slap each other on the back, say good hit, keep going. They're really tough boys. They're good at what they do.
Wyatt, Goodry in motion. Wyatt takes. Is that a reverse back to Spencer? Spencer's got room.
Beautiful. Ooh.
Big hit there. Physical game. He's Spencer a little shaken up in the play, but he's going to stand up. Tough running there. Excellent job by number 42 to be able to.
That's 46. Who's 46 there, Caleb?
Spencer.
46 on Burgundy? What? Schreiber. We have that very hard hit by Michael Schreiber. Very impressive that he caught up to him and was able to bring him down with ease.
Looked like they had a lot more with that play, but Burgundy stayed home. Third and about 6 here. Wyatt's going to take it, looks to throw. Throws high. Oh, dangerous pass there. Looked like he was trying to get number 49, Isaac Weiss, on the play.
Passing on that play was a good thought. Really was. That wasn't what they were expecting. You could tell it caught them off guard a little bit. The quarterback just threw it just out of reach. It's a combination of things. The grass started to get wet, started to get a little bit more slippery. The ball's a little bit more slippery because of it being wet. So it's a combination of different things that are adding up to make this game more difficult right now.
4th down. Jimenez returned the punt. Wyatt takes it. He's going to send a deep, booming one. Jimenez lets it bounce. And that's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. 0-0 in the second quarter here. Burgundy's going to start from their own 20.
Hey, can one of you guys get a towel for the ball? I said they need a towel for the football out there. Brother McCurry, could you ever track down a towel for them? Can you track down a towel so they can wipe off the football?
Here's the snap. They give off the left side and not a lot there.
Boy, I tell you what, folks, this rain's really coming down. It's going to be a big factor in this game. I'll tell you, even with cleats on, this gets so slippery out there. I really sprained my ankle bad one year, I remember, because I was running out to go for a tackle that on a sweep. And the running back cut back inside. I went to cut with him, and I ended up just slipping. So this is really going to add a completely different factor to this game here. These players are going to have to adjust. This is something that they have not had to deal with at all this week.
Going to turn into a nasty game here. Give to Jimenez. Jimenez breaks free. Almost had it. You're starting to see here the traction is going to become an issue. Whoever can cut the best is going to be the most likely to succeed here.
Chill.
Can we switch spots, Rob?
Boy, I tell you what, though, I do love it when it rains during a football game. For some reason, it just adds a completely different aspect to it. Absolutely love it. Especially our little situation up here. Really adds a completely new aspect. Able to get rained on while having tarp over us. It's impressive.
Jimenez finding a lot of space. We got to keep an eye on this. Blue, you got to hold on to the end of the half here and make some adjustments. They're finding lots of room with Jimenez now. Oh, my.
Got people walking back. Now, the crowd is almost empty. They're walking back to chairs.
Now.
Cameron, can we get a view over here of this canopy? This canopy over here, over here, is completely full of people. Absolutely full. So we're going to see how this game progresses here from now on.
Did you say bring the drones in?
Jimenez runs off the side for no gain.
Come here, big guy. All right, here we go. Burgundy snaps the ball. Blanton, or that's not Blanton, or maybe it is. I think that is Blanton.
Yep.
Solid run.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of power running here.
Hey, you want to bring him inside?
Oh, that was cool. Oh,
I just got dumped on.
it was in my ear.
So do we need to stay up
Right
here?
here.
So we got to go on the bus
Step
then,
here for
huh?
now, probably.
Hey, Break and I went forward. Do you guys need us in the bus?
3rd down and about 8.
These players are committed to this game right now. Just as committed as this crew is to staying in our booth.
Looks like Blanton moved on there. It's going to be a false start. It's going to set up a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, so that they don't point up and not keep falling. Okay.
folks, it is nasty out. Lots of rain here.
Sneezing inside the bus right now. Over.
You can see the players are starting to get covered in a good deal of mud.
Builds character.
Currently, how much help do you guys need in the bus? We have two guys out here, AJ and Justin, that are looking for a job to do. Do you need help in the bus?
Yes, get in the. Give me room.
Fumble!
We may just come in to see if there's anything to do inside there.
It is raining sideways out here, folks. Woo! It is a good day to be on the media crew. Let me tell you that right now. Praise the Lord. Here we go. Boys are still playing football, so we are still here. Here we go, sideways rain here at Man Camp 2021. Blue versus Burgundy Varsity Super Bowl. Ball is snapped, running to the right.
Campbell.
Beautiful power run for a gain of about 8 or 9 yards here on the play.
It looks like Campbell. You expect to see them start running with their big boys right now. It looks like some of the linemen are having a little bit of traction problems. Kind of just trying to power through here. You got to think that the wet footing is going to be a factor at some point. Someone's going to slip. We've already seen a fumble. Going to expect some more of that to happen.
What's he doing with the What's he doing with the camera over there? He's covering the bags.
What a great day for football here, folks.
Wyatt in the backfield with Campbell.
Ball
The
is
direct
snapped.
snap. He's just going to take it. Jimenez.
Beautiful tackle.
They got to get a body on Jimenez here.
I tell you what, this is hard football right here. This is hard football. Say there is no lightning anywhere in the sky currently, so we will continue playing. Drone controllers, hey.
There you go. Can you catch it? Woo. Got it? Yeah. Don't break that.
End of half here. Looks like we have boys going for shelter. Who needs shelter here at Man Camp? I'll tell you what, folks. I mean, I know that this is difficult here, and I know that these boys, watching them play football is great, but I'll tell you what's even greater than that is being able to watch them during the services. Being able to watch these preachers and these coaches when they preach, filled with compassion, burdened about the next generation. They are concerned about what is going to happen here in America, and justifiably so. I'll tell you what, it's amazing to see both aspects of these coaches, where you see them where they're real, they're coaches, they're real guys. But then you also get to see them behind the pulpit. You get to see them preach. That they draw you to that point of decision, and it's convicting, and that's what preaching is supposed to be. preaching is supposed to be convicting. It's supposed to be Holy Spirit filled. And I'll tell you what, we over the past several years here at Man Camp, we have seen the Holy Spirit come down a couple times here on the services. During the tribute, Love God, it was the message total lasted 7 minutes long, and that's not because that was his whole message. That was because everybody was already at the altar. An hour and a half long invitation here. It's amazing. A couple of years ago, I remember sitting there, and this orphan boy got up and gave his testimony about how he grew up and how God was gracious and how God was always there to provide him. He came from a different country, and when he came from Lithuania, he had parents here, but those parents got divorced too. But you know what? He talked about God's grace through it all. Then youth pastor Austin Marriott got up and sang a song. That's what grace is for. And he sang that song over and over and over again. It was because it was for show. It was because the altars were full again. And I'll tell you, to be able to see the Holy Spirit come down on a place like that is very unique. I have not seen it anywhere else besides here at football camp. I've seen it happen 2 or 3 times here. I haven't seen it happen anywhere else. And with Ted Houston, we just heard a testimony about it, about the night before he preached that message, Do You Love God? 7 minutes long, altars full. The reason that happened was because that man was dedicated. He was consecrated. He had prayed all night long without sleeping. He was Brother Oliver Areza's roommate that year. He was Brother Oliver Areza's roommate. And Brother Areza said that when he went to bed, Brother Houston was praying. When he woke up, he was still praying. And some of us, we struggle to pray for 30 to 45 minutes, but Brother Houston prayed all night long about this message. He had a burden. And as I said, I played with him. And as I played with him, you could see that. You could see that he lived that life of prayer. I knew when my dad had cancer, one of the very first people I texted was Brother Houston, because I knew that he would pray. I knew that he cared. And if you want to see that tribute that we saw last night, it's on YouTube. I would highly encourage you to go watch that right now while we have a little break here in the game. You'll see the life of a man that was dedicated and consecrated to God. And all he wanted was to help the next generation. And I can honestly tell you that he helped me. This man was very special to me. He had 2 verses that we said every practice, every game, every huddle. One of them was Ecclesiastes 9:10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do with thy might. And the other one was Proverbs 24:10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. That he would say, boys, that means you always do your best and you never quit. There's been times in my life where, things got difficult. There's been times in my life where I didn't know if I could keep on going. But honestly, the first thing that pops into my head was Brother Houston's voice saying, always do your best and never quit. So you know what? That's what Man Camp is really about. Football is great, but we use it as a tool here. It's not the main thing. The main thing is the preaching, the decisions, the people called to preach, the people called to the mission field. That's what Man Camp is about. So like I said, if you have a couple minutes here, just take some time to go over to that YouTube channel real quick and watch that tribute for Brother Ted Houston. You'll see how much these coaches believe in football camp. Thank you again for tuning in here. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have enjoyed these live streams. I hope that these games have been a blessing to you, and I hope that these boys come back to you changed, that they have made good decisions. Now, right before we get back to halftime, we're going to run a top 10 for you guys here real quick.
going forward, breaking a tackle. He's got a little bit of room here, and looks like he's going to go all the way.
Here we are, returning to the third quarter of play.
Ramos to kick. Jimenez is going to receive at his own 10. He's going to take it up. Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Jimenez just struck someone. So we'll see what they do here. One of the things that they mentioned is that they might switch to Jimenez at QB. We saw them do that for one play at the end of the second half, and then they kind of switched out from it. We'll see if that continues here. Here's Johnson under center. To give to Blanton up the middle. And they got to get maybe a yard or just back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, you had mentioned that Blanton is not really the physical runner up inside. That's more of Jimenez here. We're definitely seeing that play out.
Yeah, we'll see here. We have Coach Dennis Coral down here on the sideline telling his boys to get some blocks. You know, they say the ones that typically get all the glory in a game is the skill players. And, I mean, I understand. They do great, but the skill players would be nothing without the linemen. So those linemen got to do their jobs. And this play they did not.
Red and green. Green is getting ready to kick it off.
Boy, excellent play there by Blue to shoot the gaps
and we're going to start the second half,
no
third
room
quarter
here.
Coming to you here.
Burgundy's trying to run like sort of a power offense here. Just seems like Blue's having none of it.
Oh!
Yeah. Huh?
Come on, Devin. Take one for the team, man.
Here we are at the start of the second half. It's going to be third down and about 10. Johnson under center. Blanton to his right. Jimenez to his left. Motion across. Here's Jimenez going to run and drag some players forward. They're going to give him about 3 or 4 on the play. Going to bring up fourth and about 7. Burgundy's going to huddle up.
It's already going. Can you catch it? Yeah, if you want to do that. It's already up in the air, bro. Don't let anybody see. Careful. Yes, it's in the air.
All right, getting our drones back out on the field after the tropical rain that, you know, just decided to sweep through Dwight, Illinois. Say it's you know, a hurricane. Let's hear. Bearded Cameron, what is a good name for this tropical hurricane that we just had come through here?
I'm going to go with Glenda.
Hurricane Glenda through Dwight, Illinois.
Burgundy calls a timeout. They lined up like they were going to go for it on 4th and 7 from their own 40, which would be very aggressive considering how they have been playing the rest of the previous first half.
Don't forget about your HDMI.
Blue has had every game this week go to overtime. Jimenez lines up the punt, takes it. Big booming punt down. Spencer misjudges it, fumbles the ball. There's no one there though to cover it. Jimenez gets down there himself to make the tackle right around the 40. Blue is going to take over on the 40 here. You know, one of the things Blue was talking about at the halftime is that they're thinking about running some more center sneaks or QB draws up the center, trying to use Wyatt's big body there. The other thing they were talking about is they've got to get a body on Jimenez. Jimenez has been single-handedly number 28, disrupting all their plays. One of the things they were talking about is they got to get a body on him.
I think it's his fancy helmet. I really do. I think he gives him superpowers.
Again, they run right up the middle. Wyatt just churning the legs, breaking tackles. That time he ran right through Jimenez and got a good first down run there.
Blue coaches are visibly ecstatic about what is going on here. Let's say they're all whooping and cheering. Let's say we got a young man right down here in front of us whose dad is one of the Blue coaches.
First down, new set of downs here for Wyatt. Wyatt with Campbell to his left. Goudry down to his left, and Spencer to the right. Goudry goes in motion. It's going to be a toss sweep here to Campbell. Campbell getting a big, huge hit.
Listen to those Blue coaches over there.
Well, the key to that play there is if you were to see a number 28, Wyatt comes up and just blows up Jimenez. They had talked about that in there. Jimenez is the one guy who's been blowing up their plays. He's been the cause of all their problems. They had to get a big hit on there. They were able to knock Jimenez backwards. Jimenez still got back in the play. Jimenez, the first overall pick in this year's draft, shows you why he was that. And it's going to be a big battle here. If they can get a body on Jimenez, they can run outside. But they're going to have to get bodies on Jimenez. Here they're going to go again. Henderson wide to the left. Wyatt and Campbell in the backfield. Wyatt's going to take it himself. He's going to run through, power through body, still dragging people, wraps of the ball. Good power running.
What changed here? All of a sudden, these boys are running with an attitude. Oh, my goodness. Just carrying bodies with them for yards.
Blues clearly fired up here. You can see they're excited. Again, that was one of the things they talked about in their halftime huddle is they had to get some people. They had to bang some bodies. They had to, if you were able to go in and listen to the Blue coaches, they're employing their offensive line to dig in and hit someone. They're very upset with the executions on the blocking on the O-line. It seems to have made a big difference here. Lots of yardage here. So it's going to set up a 3rd and 2. Wyatt takes it. The give to Campbell. Campbell. Oh, excuse me. Not Campbell. It's going to be Weiss on the play.
That is a first down, though, so we will be moving the chains to a 1st and 10.
Getting a lot of, Zach, they're getting a lot of mud built up in their cleats.
Players are getting a lot of mud built up in their cleats right now, which is really what causes that slipping to start happening. The cleats are designed to dig into the ground, but, you know, obviously when the mud starts compacting down, it becomes more like a dress shoe. So imagine trying to run around on a wet football field with mud everywhere in your dress shoes. Or girls, you know, I guess your flats if you want to do it that way. But anyway.
Are you saying that they're wearing flats out there, these manly
yes,
football
essentially
players?
they are.
Whistles on play. Going to be probably a false start here. Looked like a snap infraction. Yeah, false start. It's going to back them up 5, which is unfortunate for Blue. They were doing a really good job on that drive there. A lot of power running. See if that continues. Going to be
And
timeout,
a timeout
Blue.
for Blue.
Still scoreless here in the second half. Burgundy 0, Blue 0. Again, all of Blue's games have gone to overtime, so we'll keep an eye on that today.
Blue needing a massive play here, as it is about 2nd and 14.
Wyatt to take the snap. Wyatt. It's going to be a big dive forward for Campbell. It looks like he's going to get about 5 on the play. Physical approach from Blue right now. Hyatt with Campbell behind him. Oh, looks like a fumble on the play. That's the second time in 2 or 3 plays here we've seen Blue fumble a snap here. Something weird's going on with them. Wonder if they're just getting a little too antsy here. Wyatt drops back the throw. Picked up by Jimenez. He should be a house call. And he could go all the way.
Touchdown, Burgundy.
So Blue goes to throw. They didn't see Jimenez there. And that, I mean, that is just, whew, what a tidal wave there. It's going to be very hard. I mean, that's got to just be a backbreaker for Blue here. You were coming down. Seemed like they had all the momentum.
Was that a reference to how wet we are right now?
No. Because not all of us are wet. Some of the drone operators seem to be quite dry.
And the camera operator, too. Camera operator has like one leg that's wet.
Here they go for 2. Johnson under center. It's going to be a give up the center to Blanton, and he's going to go in for 2. So 8-0 Burgundy here late in the second half. 8-0 Burgundy. So Blue was driving on that previous play there, and then they throw the pick six. It looked like they had a lot of momentum going. What are you, if you're a Blue coach now, what are you telling the players?
Well, honestly, I'm telling the players, as a coach, you can't be angry because the second that you do that, the players get discouraged, they get upset. So as a coach, you got to tell them, hey, listen, you made this mistake. It's okay. We can do it. We can come back from this. We've still got this. This is our game. This is our game. We've been beating them the entire game. They got lucky with that one. They get one lucky one. Now it's our turn. It's our turn to actually deliver on plays and not to get lucky. That's what you got to tell them as a coach.
Jimenez trying to get the mud out of his shoe. Looking there. Looks like we have Wyatt and Weiss to receive. He's going to kick it deep. Should be a touchback right at the end zone, and it will be. Good kick by Jimenez. Blue will take over on their 20.
Blue going to have a long trip all the way to the other end zone if they're going to be scoring here.
Jimenez with another tackle. I mean, at this point, if Blue wants to have success in offense, they have got to get him out of where they're going. He's always he picked off the pass, and again, he's just wrecking havoc on the any sort of outside run play they do. If you're the Blue coaches here, you've got to be telling them, hey, if 28's in your area, hit him. And boy, if you're the Burgundy coaches here, I mean, you got to just tell all your players, hey, line up, hold your blocks. You know, Jimenez is coming. I want to say that is probably Jimenez's 10th tackle this game.
That sounds like some sort of threat. Jimenez is coming.
Hand off over here. Cuts it up and nice tackle there. Again, even on this, I mean, Jimenez is the middle linebacker. He's the one who got outside, forced it back inside. But a good run. I think Blue's going to have better success running more inside the hashes instead of outside of them. Not saying that they have to do every play up the middle, but kind of running a little bit more in tight seems to be their strength. Third down, about 5. The give. Wyatt's running. They're going to lock him up there. And again, who else? It's going to set up a 4th down here. Looks like it's going to be a punt. Now, they got to be careful here. They don't want to give a clean look to Jimenez here on the return.
Here we go. Punt.
Good coverage by 8. And a good job just to knock it down. Don't let Jimenez get it.
What?
Might be an illegal man downfield. Burgundy up 6-0 here, or excuse me, 8-0 here.
Looking for a run to the left.
Johnson hands off to Blanton. Blanton's going to run, power through. Finding some success there. He's going to pick up a decent run there, pick up about 5 on the play. Second down and about 5. Johnson under center. 8-0 Burgundy late in the third. And that should be the end of the third quarter. And when we come back, it'll be start of the fourth quarter here. 8-0 Burgundy. Start of the fourth coming up.
Down here on the field now. Burgundy ball.
Jimenez, some tough running there for him. Third and about 5.
Got flags on the play here. Here we go with Burgundy. Ball snapped, handed off to number 24, running to the right, wrapped up in the backfield, and brought down for a loss of yards on the play. That will bring us up to a 4th down.
In the sideline on this. Punter can't punt if they can't protect the punter. But you see if they can change anything to get a better. Henderson, of course, will go back with Spencer to receive. Going to take it himself.
Lining up. Still not really entirely sure where they're supposed to be lining up, apparently. Got a lot of confusion here on the field. Got some big gaps between the linemen, actually. See what they do. Kick is off. Number 23 running out to the right. He's got some room. He's getting wrapped up by Jimenez. He's still running. Got a good couple of extra yards there on the play. Is James Henderson.
Again, Jimenez making the tackle. Very rare to see that the punters making the tackle.
Burgundy.
Here we go, Burgundy lining up on the ball. Ball snaps. He's got a big hole there. Push forward. He's dragging it with him. Got a good 8 or 9 yards there on the play. Is number 20, Chase Campbell.
Good power running again. You got to say that's what you got to see from Blue here. You got to be able to cut up inside. One of the things they also talked to with the Blue players at halftime was just following their blocks, actually just take the hole they're supposed to go on and trust their blockers. Blue had success running earlier before they got into penalty trouble.
First and 10 here right around the 44-yard line. All is snapped. A little QB sneak. Good 4 or 5 yards there on the play. It is now going to be second with about 6 to go. Go down here. Ball is snapped. Number 20 running wide. Good solid hit. Great tackle by number 24, Bland.
Boy, they're hitting out there today right now. You're seeing a lot of physical play right now. It's less with the way the conditions are on the field. It hadn't rained in a long time, and so now that it has, the field is just kind of soaking up. It's a mud fest out there with these boys. It's more about kind of just holding your blocks, less about strategy at this point, and more about just hitting people. The physicality is ramping up here. Do or die for Blue. Campbell again attacked by Jimenez. We talked about that as being one of the keys for Blue. If Blue wants to ever have any success running, they're going to have to get a body in number 28.
Few minutes here left in the game. Say Blue really looking to score here. Doubt that they're going to punt it. They need to score here, so they're going to try to get some sort of play going here that will hopefully convert into a touchdown.
Under Sandler. Campbell behind him with Weiss. Fumble in there. Wyatt picks it up. Is going to run forward. He's going to try to chug his way for a yard or two.
See, they all talked to close to school was. Yeah. They won the first game. And now look, it's like a repeat of last or 2 years back. Because we came back. Burgundy came back.
It's going to be a turnover and down for Blue.
And we lost the first game.
So right now what you're going to be expecting from Burgundy, if I'm Burgundy, this is going to Jimenez every time. We're going to kind of do this, kill the clock. I don't want to say necessarily safe, but be a little bit more conservative. Maybe if they have a nice passing play, they'll set it up for him there. But right now, their big thing for Burgundy is to just run the clock out.
Take the air out of the ball.
Here we go. Ball handed off to Jimenez and brought down after a short gain. We have 6 minutes here left in the fourth quarter. So we will see here. Blue still has a chance here if they make some stops. Burgundy's game plan is obviously to run down the clock here. Got some good blocks, but ultimately was brought down right around the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11 on the play. And here's, forgot him
Got
to
a
go.
false start here on the offense.
It's going to bring up a third and about
10.
10, yep. Third and 10. You just got to expect Burgundy's going to just play this conservative, run this right up the middle here. Though, you never know with the Jimenez. Sometimes the Jimenez call the number. You just never know.
Here we go here. This play could be huge. All snapped. As he's running, he's running over, got slipped, and got tackled. It's going to be a fourth and about 3, fourth and 4.
That penalty proving to be pretty costly. If they had been at the original spot, that may have been close enough for a first there. Fourth down. Fourth down here. Gonna need a big kick from Jimenez here. Less than 5 minutes left in the game here. If Jimenez can get a big punt here.
Ball is snapped. Very low, almost blocked.
Big punt.
Number 26 with the reception. Doesn't really have any defenders here. Solid
Good
hit by
tackle
Burgundy,
there.
number 20. Brings down number 26 of the Blue. Ball snap, number 49.
Some point here, Blue's got to gonna have to make some serious progress here. Look for them to possibly air this out. I can't see them possibly running this ball at all. They're struggling to run the ball.
Here we go. Blue lining up on the ball, hoping to get some yardage here after a loss. Ball is snapped. Number 20 running left. Campbell running left. He is met at the line of scrimmage and brought down after a gain of only a yard. So now we're going to be looking at 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10.
I mean, there's less than 5 minutes left in the game here. You got to be looking at them. They have to try something here. The tough thing is for them, Burgundy's natural defense is a cover 2. They're going to put their best players in at safety, and they're going to dare them to throw on them. I mean, excuse me, they're not going to dare them to throw them. They're going to dare them to run on here because they haven't been able to run very well. It's 3rd and 10. If they do throw, they're going to be thrown into a pass defense. But, I mean, at this point, Blue might be running out of options. They're running out of time. They got a long way to go.
All right, here we go. Blue coming up on the ball, hoping for a big play here. Really need to get this ball down the field. Ball snapped. Fake handoff. Looking for a pass. Can't find anything. Went for a run. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage again. That is going to be about a 4th and 11 now.
Didn't really look like they had a lot of people out in the pattern there. He was looking around, looking like he was expecting a different receiver route, and it just was not there for him.
Spending an awfully long time in the huddle there for a punt, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, it's because it's not a punt.
they're going to have to go for it here. And he's met there by Jimenez. Good play by Jimenez. Wyatt looked like he had some room. I mean, Wyatt didn't have much option to do there. But right now at this point, Burgundy's just going to run the ball. You're going to expect to see 4 straight runs from Burgundy, whether they get the first down or not.
Timeout called here on the play.
What you're going to see here from Burgundy is probably just 3 straight runs, 4 straight runs. I mean, they're not going to do anything. Blue has no ability to move the ball. If you're Burgundy, you're just killing clock. You're going to take the air out of the ball. Just going to run. Just basically probably run between the tackles. I'd be surprised to even see them run the ball outside. They're just going to run and try to get whatever yards they can and make this difficult for Blue. If you're Blue, you got to be ripping at the ball. You got to try to get a fumble, try to make something happen here. About 3 minutes left in the game.
Had somebody commenting cheering for number 20, number 26 here for Damian and Dale on the Burgundy team. 6 seconds here left of the game. Burgundy really just has to do a couple run plays, and then this game will be over. Here we go, Burgundy coming up to the ball right now. Looking like they're actually probably going to kneel it.
Blue's going to call timeout.
Blue still has a couple more timeouts here, so but it should be enough that Burgundy can still run out the clock. So here it looks like our official champions for the week is going to be the Burgundy team. Burgundy 8-0 here in the Varsity Super Bowl of 2021. Say it was kind of a crazy game here. Weather started out beautiful, really nice, and we had a tropical rainstorm essentially, and then it stopped and started to dry back up. But boy, what a good game here between these two teams. I mean, it was very defensive. I say really all that happened is one team got a big play that led to a touchdown, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Again, one of the things we had talked about, they didn't stay away from Jimenez, and again, if you're Blue, overall they played a really good game. They've done a good job. They played well, but again, that one mistake there is it looks like it's gonna cost them here. Jimenez is going to take the snap. Looks like Blue might try to blow their lineup.
Ball snapped, and they take the knee.
Another kneel down. Timeout, Blue. Still have one more left.
Here we go.
I think you found your hidden.
Ball taken.
You take the ball and run. So we're going to see him run. He's just got to kill seconds.
At Midwest Boys Football Camp 2021.
Or he could just pick up a first down.
He is brought down,
That
but
should be
that
ball
will
game.
be the end of the game here. Thank you for joining us here live at Midwest Christian Boys Football Camp 2021. Want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Hope you guys appreciated the live streaming. We enjoyed doing this for you guys. Now we're going to get a good look here as they do the handshaking. And then I will be signing off here for the last time of Midwest Christian Boys Football Camp 2021. Thank you for joining us here at Midwest Christian Boys Football Camp live. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed being able to watch your kids play. I hope that you guys know that this is not just all about football, that it is mainly about the preaching. So please pray for us as we go in there for chapel right now. Pray that the preacher would be Holy Spirit filled. And I pray that the boys would make good decisions. Once again, thank you for tuning in. This is the last time I will sign off here for Midwest Christian Boys Football Camp 2021. Thank you for joining us. See you next year.
All right, we're off all the cameras.